Okay, so I'm just taking a recording of some of these little devices that they've got on these telephone poles out here. We've got one there. This is my neighbor's house. I'm gonna go down the street here. This is my friend Steve's house. We're gonna go down the street and I'm gonna show you another device that's right outside of my house, right here. I'm gonna show you this one coming up on this telephone pole right here. Okay, right there. That one. This is my house here. Okay, and now we're gonna go down the street just a little bit further, and I'm gonna show you this device on this telephone pole, which is right here. That's 3 of them, basically north, south, east, and west, directly of my house. And then I'm gonna show you this other one down this neighborhood here. They're positioned directly, almost directly, north, south, east, and west of my house. I don't know for a fact that those devices are being used for, when I asked when they were putting them up, I asked what they were and they said that they were reading the water meters. Now, I have a hard time believing that. I know that these little devices are something other than that. I can tell you this much: they have, I believe that they're sending out a radio frequency, and it's a basically a frequency for radar, so they can basically see inside of every person's house here. It's basically a radar that they can use. It's like a thermal imaging radar. They're shooting it out. They can watch you in your house. They've tormented my girlfriend. They've tormented me. The things that they're doing with this technology is absolutely mind-blowing, and I'm gonna start posting every day more and more videos of what they've done. They have tortured me. They started by gang stalking, then they went to watching me in my house. They used to pull from the back of the property here, back there, and they would watch me with the thermal vision camera. They were doing this all because they said that I had gotten some kids started doing drugs, which is a blatant lie. Anyways, make a long story short, they then said that I was doing drugs with my children, which my kids are 21 and 19 years old, and I've never done drugs with them, except for the fact that I've smoked pot with them, which is, in my personal opinion, there's nothing goddamn wrong with the plant that grows on the damn face of this earth. You know, this torture and this mind control and this 5G network that they've got has gotten to be so sickening to me. What's going on in this country is they can basically, if they don't like you, they get to turn you off as a citizen. They've stolen my phone number. They have stole my business phone number, hacked into every one of my emails, my girlfriend's emails. They shut her down, her acting career down. They shut me down. They've done this all because of the fact that either I was doing drugs with my kids or because they say that I owe child support. I'm gonna put a new video out every day. I'm gonna put an outline and get this all put onto paper so that I can show you. I've got a notebook this thick with all of the different servers that they've used, the different IP addresses that they use to hack in. There's even MAC addresses. I'm doing all of this because I'm going to prove that they've done this to me. I'm going to prove that they have purposely slandered my name. They basically have destroyed my life over the last 6 years, and I'm going to make sure that these people are held accountable for it. There is nothing on this planet that could ever make what they've done to me right, and this is all a matter of because somebody didn't like me, and a private investigator who used to be a police chief here in San Marcos. Of course, he was either fired or let go from his position. And then he became a private investigator and then started messing with me, and then he happens to know my ex-wife and her husband. Then it went from them, then it went to the judge. The judge made a judgment against me, didn't even let my lawyer speak, didn't let me speak or any of my kids speak, shut me down, railroaded me, smacked the hammer against me, made a judgment, and all in the name of because they didn't like me. Or felt that I was a bad person or something. I can assure you I'm a very good person. I don't think there's a person on this planet that could say that I've done anything evil to somebody or anything wrong. I've never wronged anybody on purpose. And if I ever did wrong somebody, I, of course, went and told them sorry. Anyways, make a long story short, then it went from the judge. Then because I guess I didn't pay, then they started torturing me at my house, telling me that they're going to kill me if I didn't pay them the $16,000. Then it went to, they continued torturing me, told me that they killed one of my friends who recently passed away. They told me that my mother was a fat bitch. They told me that my kids were fat and lazy. They told me that... there's all kinds of things. Then they started sexually harassing my girlfriend. They told me that I masturbated more than anybody in the face of this planet, which is funny because they told her the same thing. Then they started sexually harassing her when she started staying with me here at my house. They basically tortured her to try to get her away from me or out to split us apart. Then now they tell me every day that they're going to kill me if I don't shut the fuck up. What else do? They have, the list is so long. I've got so many of them written down that it'll absolutely blow your mind. And I can assure you that this is going on all over the country. Lots of people are dealing with this. It is wrong. It is, they're trying to play God and force people to do what they want to do. And in the America that I grew up in, that's not going to fucking happen. Period. That's the end of the story. I'm so upset and pissed off that anybody could allow this to happen in this country when we are supposedly free, ruled by the Constitution. Evidently, that doesn't matter anymore because if they don't like you, they can just go and it's the good old buddy system, the good old boy system where this guy knows this guy knows this guy knows this guy, and they continually to go down the chain and step up each time onto a bigger chain. So then it went from the judge to the Attorney General's office. Then it went from there to, evidently then it went to, I'm believing FBI because I've called the FBI 3 times about it. Even after they drugged my girlfriend, dropped her off at her house. 15 hours later, she wakes up naked without any of her keys. And this is the fucked up thing about it. The woman who did it had a badge we had a federal badge. So I reported this to the FBI and they never even came over to even look, to even confirm it, to try to do anything about it whatsoever. Now, you would think that in this day and age, if somebody gets drugged and then supposedly possibly raped, which she thinks she was, and then tormented and tortured, do you think that the FBI should come and investigate that? Because in my eyes, that's something that they should come and investigate immediately. But they didn't even have the balls to come over and talk to me about it. Instead, they called the local authorities. The local authorities said, oh, he's a bad guy. He's a drug dealer or something like that. I don't know what they could have told him. But I can assure you this. I'm not a drug dealer. I'm not a dope head anymore. I did do dope at one point in time. I haven't done it in a year. The thing is that these people are crazy, criminal, wrong, and they have committed so many felonies that I couldn't even begin to explain to you how wrong this is. And I will never stop fighting it. They threaten me every day, tell me that they're going to kill me if I don't stop making videos and telling people. And I can assure you, I will never stop because I love my children in this country more than they do. I'll fight for it till the end. I'll fight for it every single day. And the worst thing about it is that they've got all of the public fooled into thinking that I'm just some crazy nutsoid, or most of the public is not fooled. Most of my friends are not fooled. My family finally believes me. My kids believe me. The thing is that this was done to me. It was wrong. It is against the Constitution. They have broken the law, and these people need to be held accountable because they're in positions of authority and because they think that they get to break the rules. I'll tell you one thing, they're very wrong. They fucked with the wrong person. I'm a lot smarter than they think. They think that I'm just some dummy that's going to roll over, and I promise you one thing, I will hold them accountable no matter what happens, if it's the last thing I do on this earth or if I die trying, because this is not going to happen anymore to anybody else that is innocent and didn't do anything wrong. They can just shut you down if they don't like you. And let me tell you, they're doing it all over, more and more and more every day. And the worst thing about it is there's about 300,000 people that are going through the same thing, and they have the technology. The technology is very, very simple. It's voice to skull technology. They've been doing it for years. They communicate with soldiers out in the field doing this. And I can promise you this, they neurologically are monitoring everything that I say. And every time I say anything that is against them, they start sending their waves into my head saying, we're going to kill you if you don't shut the fuck up. But what's funny now is I've got another woman's voice who says, we know we did this to you, Billy. We know that they're doing this to you. It's wrong. It's evil. You've got to stop it. Get a lawyer. That's why I'm making these videos, because I can't go and get a lawyer because everyone I talk to ends up not believing me. So I'm going to get a lawyer to come to me. And I promise you, I've got more than enough evidence, and I will make sure that these people are held accountable. They need to be prosecuted. They need to be put in prison, because that's what they are. They're criminals. They are the worst kind of criminal. They're white-collar criminals, and they think that they're better than everybody else and that they can get by with this. And I assure you, they are not. I need people's help, and I'm going to prove this. I'm going to put this out everywhere. I'm going to start posting it on Facebook every day. I'm going to post it to YouTube every day, and we're going to get to the bottom of this, and we're going to get this figured out, and we're going to stop these kinds of criminals from doing this illegal, 100% cruel. I mean, it's called torture, and they torture people to death. There's lots of people going through it. All of these people that are doing the shootings in schools, guess what? Those people are being tortured too. And you know what's funny about it? They're being tortured and told to go and make these mass killings and things like this, all because they want to take away our guns. And I can assure you that's what's happening. There are people that are doing this to other people to try to make them take away our guns. And it is the first stage of many stages of trying to control the population. And if we're not free in America anymore, then I don't want to live here. And I'll fight for America. I'll fight for this because I know this is wrong. Y'all have a good day. Hopefully you'll be seeing more videos from me soon.